This is pretty cool. This and how Rusty was at the very first Star Trek convention. This is a document that you can see online. It's a Star Trek. It's what Gene Roddenbury took around to the studios when he was trying to sell the idea of Star Trek as being wagon train in outer space.
Okay.
Gene Roddenbury had been a writer for Wagon Train and for Have Gun Will Travel. So he was an experienced Western writer. And it occurred to him that you could create a science fiction show where you'd have a spaceship in outer space. And it would be exactly like Wagon Train. They'd never get to where they were going. Every week you would just see a different part of the journey. The main cast of the Wagon Train would stay the same. The Wagon Master, the Ramrod, their roles would stay the same, but then there'd be changing roles all the time. And he lays out the whole universe. He changes everything. In the beginning, Spock was, I think, Martian, and his skin was red. No, his skin was green. He wasn't Vulcan. The ship wasn't called the Enterprise. It was called the SS Yorktown. One of the only things that isn't changed is the Doctor. The Doctor's still Bones. He's called Bones, and he's the friend of the captain. The captain isn't Kirk, though. The captain's name is and I used to know this by heart. But this is all the whole idea in Roddenberry's own words. Robert Aprils is the name of the captain. Robert Aprils. And that was the name of a character that he created for Have Gun Will Travel.
Okay.
And he must have really have liked the name because he kept it for this idea. Well, this is what he took around. And then the best part of all is that in the back, he put together about 20 different plot ideas. And every one of these different plot ideas has a title, as though it was going to be the title of the episode. And what you see when you read them is that some were dropped completely, never became Star Trek episodes. 2 or 3 would be cannibalized, and ideas would come out of 2 or 3 episodes to make one episode that actually happened on Star Trek. But the thing that interested me was that I tracked down every place on the internet where this document appeared and found out that every single one of them had gotten the original document digitized version from a man from England. So I contacted him and found out that he got it from his attorney. His attorney got it from Roddenberry's widow. Roddenberry's widow was selling off, well, Roddenberry himself, after the 2nd season, started selling off all the memorabilia and the scripts of Star Trek to raise money. This was before they knew that the 2nd season was even going to be renewed. He started selling this stuff off to fans and kept it up. And then in his catalogs, he would ask the fans to please write in to demand a 2nd season. And then he does it again, and he tells them, please write in. You saved the 2nd season. You can do it again. You can save the 3rd season. So I'm thinking, also then I found out from him that he bought his from Roddenberry's widow. And I asked him, were there 3ring binder holes on your copy? Because there are no 3-ring binder holes on any of the images that are online. And he said no. Then he put me in touch with the archivist for the Roddenberry estate. So I've written back and forth now numbers and numbers of times to the archivist of the Roddenberry estate, and we've gone back and forth trying to figure out the provenance of this copy. My speculation, and of course it's me trying to put Rusty at the center of all things relating to fandom. My speculation is that Roddenberry had this with him as a document inside of a 3-ring binder, at the first Star Trek convention, and that Rusty met Roddenberry and got to see this, and Rusty said, "Do you think I could copy this?" And took it out of the binder, and they Xeroxed it, and that's what this is. Because according to the archivist, this is, in terms of the way it looks and the typing and certain kinds of mistakes that you can see with the typewriter, he believes that this is one of the earliest copies of the document, but no other copy has these 3-ring binder holes. So it's a mystery, and I like to think that Rusty got it from Roddenberry, but I can't prove any of that. So